How do you keep romance alive?
Gosh, this is a tough question.
Right now, what's keeping the romance alive is, taking our romance in small doses.
We kind of revisit times or restaurants that, we kind of had our maybe anniversaries at, or just memorable moments.
Joe and I really like to schedule date nights to go to a concert or even just out to dinner to kind of connect and talk about things other than work and bills and kids and the day-to-day of being in a relationship. And secondly, I think it's the little things. I'm not really a big grand gestures person. Like, that doesn't really mean anything to me. I'm more about the day-to-day little things, like putting a candy bar in Joe's car for on his way home from work, or leaving him little notes. It's the small gestures that we're kind of focusing on right now, holding hands or sitting next to each other on the couch instead of sitting on different couches and those kind of things.
Our lives have changed. We're now partners in a family. We're partners financially. We're our best sort of career managers. We're lots of things to the other person. And sometimes it's really easy to forget the sort of initial spark that brought the people together. So recreate it, man, by going back to those first weeks that you were together, remembering that time, and constantly or constantly making sure to try and reconnect to those feelings.
We do these little things like picnics and, hiking. Me hike, that was never, ever a consideration, but it was kind of cool and I really enjoyed it, and it was something that I felt good about trying with him. So I think those elements keep romance alive. And when you do different things together, it kind of brings out different parts of your personality that you didn't even know was there. And that's how you learn about each other.
Right now, we have a very high-spirited 3-year-old and two crazy careers that are leaving us exhausted. We keep the romance alive by, I think, taking a really long-term view of the thing and knowing that if our romance is in an ebb, there have been times that it has flowed abundantly, and so to speak, and it will flow again.
I think maybe the key ingredient to keeping the romance alive in your relationship is really staying interested in each other. And when's the last time you asked your husband or your wife, what are you most excited about in life right now? Or what are you most excited about doing in life right now? Or what are you most excited about this year? How can I help support you in your goals and your dreams? And I think that builds that chemistry, and that chemistry builds closeness, and that closeness can breed intimacy, and that intimacy is where I think a lot of the romance happens.
Well, we do set date nights. We like doing that. We've always done that, and I think there are a few reasons. One is that it's sort of, I don't know, in whatever way we can, we like to sort of set apart our relationship time with the minutia of the day-to-day and not let them bleed together. Of course, inevitably, they do bleed together all the time, but to the degree that we can try to keep things separate and try to keep a little bit of mystery and romance in the relationship, we do. Part of the fun of date nights and all that kind of thing is the looking forward to it. So to have that time set apart and to get to go through my day thinking I'm going to get to spend the evening with Nick, or we have a plan to go do this or do that, whether it's with friends or just by ourselves, I love looking forward to it.
We do actually set date nights, but it seems like with us, having such a plan doesn't always work. Sometimes spontaneity is fine, and maybe briefness is fine. Is briefness a word? Anyways, you know what I mean. Quickies.